windows already organized. I've been using Photoshop for over 15 years, so after a while you kind of have your way of how you want your windows set up, how you want your canvas set up, things like that. So don't worry if yours look crazy, if it looks like all of them are just out there kind of like this or somewhere like that. That's fine. It's no problem. I'm going to show you how to organize them. Now, if you have no idea, you come to this video, you have no idea what we're talking about or what are windows, please go back and view the other free tutorials on my page. Okay, so here we go. So these are the windows that I normally keep open. We went over in the last page what I recommend that you should do with yours, to keep which ones that you should keep open. To organize them, you can just drag at the top of it and just move it around. When it's that blue background starts to come open, that's letting you know that it's attached to now that part, like this layers part. And so I gave it another tab, but you can also do things like make it its own little whatever this is window like that and connect them all that way. They can all connect and then you can just move them around any way that works best for you. Okay, so once you have your window set up how you like, you don't have to do this first. Normally I have to have like my history window at the top because for me it's just easier for me to look over to my right and see and then be like, oh, okay, I need to go back because that's not right to me. And then I've gotten used to my layers panel being down here at the bottom. I don't know what I did. I'm just gonna move things around the way you guys can get an idea. I'm gonna take this one off. If you don't want a window that's open for whatever reason you don't want it, you can just exit out of it and it'll go away and then you can add it back if you need it. But I like to have my panels, my layers panel down here and then my history up here and everything else in between that I sometimes use but I don't use that often. Let's talk about your history panel. Your history panel or window, whatever you want to call it, this is basically your holy grail. If you make a mistake, you can just always go back. And usually it goes all the way back to the beginning of when you first opened your file or when you first started. However, after, I'm not sure how many runs before it does start to be like, okay, so if you go back as far, this is about as far as you're going to go. Otherwise, you go straight to the beginning of the design. So be careful with that. But whenever you make a little small mistake or whatever, you can just always go back and you can just delete. That's the history window. I highly recommend you keep that open. And everything that you do registers in this panel. As you see, I deleted something, that rectangle that was there. I don't even know how I got there. It deleted. And it even shows me that it was put on here above before I deleted it with the rectangle tool saying that it was there. You see what I'm saying? So that's history. You're going to use it every single time you're in Photoshop. Layers is the other thing that you will use every time that you're in Photoshop. The layers panel is everything that you put on this canvas. Whatever you put in here from your computer or words or images or whatever, it will make its own layer. So everything has its own layer. See? So you can go over here in these, where this little eyeball is, if you click on the eyeball, it takes away whatever that is. So there you go. So it took away fill and low. And it tells you right here, whatever it is was on your computer or whatever you brought it in here in is what it's going to be named. You can double click on that and change the name if you want to. And then press enter. I did that all wrong. Okay, let's see what else. So that is the layers panel. From here, you will get to your special effects window. A lot of you see me doing that in my videos. So this is where you would go to get to the special effects. We'll get that into this in another tutorial. Another window I highly recommend keeping open is your character window. Now, the newest updates from Photoshop since I think 23 has had this toolbar, which I use the toolbar now more than I use the character window, but I still keep it there. But you can get in this window all of your fonts. You can make changes to the fonts, like if there's different kinds to the font. All the different things that we know about fonts is here. Making it larger, making it bigger, changing the color, making it bold, italic, all caps, all of these things that we should be familiar with anyway. You can also change the color here too. And like I said, all of this is also here now at this little toolbar down here. And the good thing about Photoshop is that when you enter fonts, you don't have to do anything. Like if you add fonts to your computer, it automatically downloads into Photoshop. So you don't have to do anything special. Just go in here, look for the fonts. If you just download it, it'll be there. And that is the windows. Again, all of these I keep open for myself that I've used over the years. Now I just keep it open. Oh yeah, swatches. The swatches is your colors that are, you can add more colors to this. Like I know that RGB, CMYK, grayscale, pastel, light, pure, dark, and those colors are automatically in Photoshop. These are some colors that I have made over the years that I like when I'm messing around when in Photoshop. So I just added these colors, and then my business colors, things like that. We can go over that if you guys want to know more into adding your own colors into your swatches. But you can pick that when you're like, say you want to change the color of your font to your text. You can just click on the yellow right there, and when the color picker come up, you can just select anything from your swatches and it'll automatically just give you the color. So that's what swatches is really good for, that I really like.